Hello, everyone. I'm Balaura, and I'm wishing you a happy new year because today is the 1st of January, and we want to celebrate this by filling the time. So, filling the time meaning uh, filling the connection between Aurora music, the time, and the moon, obviously. Some of you suggested "Dance on the Moon" um, clip, and so we'll go through this. But I have prepared a couple of surprises for you, and you'll also see on my background, and I will tell you what is about when we will arrive to that particular uh, part. But now we'll go first to on the Dance on the Moon. We'll choose Dance on the Moon, the classical one, and then we'll go to the Dance on the Moon on the session, live session Aurora had. So first we'll start with the first part.
This voice is calling for a torch to be undone. I hope love will come to us again as a place we all can call.
Um, so the lyrics she's using in for starting the this clip is are again linked with the voice. Um, Many of you, some of you know from my interpretation of Your Blood and also Lucky. Then there are some songs in which Aurora is connected to her timeless self, and so she is this magical creature, um, and she is living in this world, but she is still connected with her perpetual being. Um, so when she starts, you will see that the voice is coming as a constant in her songs. So while we are living our lives, usually we forgot the voice. We all have that voice, uh, that true voice, which is our true self. And it's sometimes it's so little, and sometimes we can't hear it at all. But she said this voice is calling for a touch to be undone. And then and the next part she said, um, um, I hope love will come to us again as a place we all can come. um, um, you will see I will make references to fairy tales because I am addicted to fairy tales since I was very young, as all of you had. And these fairy tales are presenting us the fact that there are certain magical touches which can awaken to life things who are dead. So when she starts, this voice is calling for a touch to be undone. Um, I and so also saying, I hope love will come to us again as a place where we all can come. That's the touch um, awakening us to life, awakening us to hearing. So she is hearing clearly, much clearly than us, the inner voice. And also, is very interesting that she refers to the love as at a place. So actually, if we would be able to travel, we will be in this place of love, all of us. So this touch is to be undone, is like it was a spell put on us, a spell, and we are all um, in a place without love. And it's is if we hear the voice, also maybe you will laugh, but she's also using this in Frozen. She's the voice. She's the voice, well, inspiring courage to and transforming us from a kind of boring life we have and asking us to go on in this adventure. And this time, this voice is calling for us to actually use this magic wand and come to life. Okay.
I hope love will come to us again as a place we all can call. And if I'm blinded, will my eyes become the planets? Will I float? Will I drown? This voice is it calling for the world to call me down.
And the next lyric, if you remember, or maybe not, in my interpretation of Lucky, I make this reference to the blindfolded girl. She's used the image of the blindfolded girl as a background for her song "Lucky." So that's again now in this song she said, and if I'm blinded, so if I remain without the this normal view of the life, will my eyes become the planets? So that's again very interesting perspective, because she sometimes we are seeing only with our bodily eyes, so we only see what's in front of us, so our regular life, our normal life. But what would happen if we will not be able to see the life around us as it is right now? And then, if we can't see what is the normal life in front of us, we will be able to expand our inner universe. Because when you are blind, there is no barrier of the things you can see. Because then only your imagination is a blockage. So you can see everything. And so your eyes, she said, become the planets. And when and she also asked herself, if I'm blinded, will I float or will I drown? So again, um, when you are blind, you have two options, um, to choose not to see anything, and then you will drown in the sense of going down, because if you don't see where you are going, of course you will go down. But also you can choose when you are blind, and here is blind to the normal world, to the regular world, you can float. You can float. And so again, going back to the image from Lucky, in which the blindfolded girl, she's almost floating, following the butterflies who are leading her towards the light. And so she is barely touching the ground. Um, so she is floating, even if she's blind. So her question here is, will I float or will I drown? So what I will do, um,
This voice is it calling for the world to pull me down.
and then she asked the question, this inner voice I'm hearing, is this the real voice? Or is the voice calling for the world to pull me down? But if we remember, she is this timeless creature. She is living her life mostly into eternity. So, being into this world, holy world, being her eyes being the planets, being somewhere, up there, floating. And then, from time to time, she hear this voice. This voice is connected her body and her soul. So the voice is the link between the two worlds. So sometimes she hears the voice and she is floating. She is somewhere in the universe, and this world, our world, is pull her down. So is this the voice pulling me down? Many of you have said that it's the world pulling us down in terms of being like a bad thing, or I'm interpret this like is just the fact that most of the time this wonderful creature is out there in the universe, and from time to time she hear this voice, and this voice is the thread, the thin string connected her with our mortal world, our normal world, and pulling her down on on this string.
I feel time looking out the window, watching me dance on the moon. I feel time looking out the window, watching me dance on the moon.
So the song is about uh, the 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 time being something very can be very short and be very long in the same time, and the feeling of time. So sometimes when you live intensely, just a moment seems an eternity, and also when you have a lot of things to do, you look at your clock, and it seems like when all the time has been flying. So uh, now also she's using the word window. So looking through the window, you have seen in your blood, she's using the mirror as a gate. Now the gate between the worlds is her window. So, and also she's looking, she's, so again, we use the symbolism of seeing or not seeing, being blind, and now we see the world through the glass, through the window. And when we are look, and she's feeling time, she's looking through the window, and she herself dancing on the moon. So actually, there are these two words: is this body we are now here in our room, but if we can hear that voice, we can feel the timeless self and the eternity of us. and we can see ourselves dancing on the moon is the expression of freedom, um, because the moon also is outside, is the place. It's a magical place. You will see in our clip, uh, because she's using the moon as a magical place. All her songs, and also on in the covers she is using as it's a magical place. And so dancing on the moon is the expression of her floating and being free.
I dance as I'm falling, but I never touch the ground.
So she said, so she starts from the place in which she is dancing on the moon. That's her regular place. So while she is out there as a timeless creature, she is hearing the music of the planets and she is dancing on the moon. That's her normal state of being and dancing. But now, when hearing her voice, the voice pulling her down to the earth, to this earth, to our life, to our normal life. So from time to time, she needs to come back here with us, obviously. And so she continued to dance as she fall. So she said, I dance as I'm falling, but I never touch the ground. So, okay, I'm coming back to the earth, dancing, dancing around. Um, and I'm going towards the earth.
One day I will penetrate the earth and explode in motion. So
And here the lyric, many of you have asked the question, what is about penetrating the earth and explode in motion sounds one day. Actually, her her normal state is being light, light also as in not necessarily as opposed to heavy, but light as the light of the stars. And so she is spinning, she is dancing, she is in this universe. The voice is calling her down on this earth, but because she is light and also she is music, she is sound. So when you see the falling stars, you see the falling stars are the more they became like a comet. The moment they are close to the atmosphere of the Earth, they are just exploding. No, and but because she is also light and she is also music, she is sound. The moment she is touching the ground, being this light and music in the same time, she is actually going through the earth. So she's passing through the earth and exploding in emotion sound. So what she is truly as a soul, as a light soul, she's also full of music. And so this motion sound penetrating the earth is the actually she is so out of this world that she's going through the earth and she's going through another dimension. So she's transforming herself from light and sound to this explosion of sounds of music.
And if I listen, will my mouth be filled with fire? Will I laugh? Will I cry?
And then she said, uh, and if I listen, because I can't see, I'm blind. So the only senses I have in around surrounding me are the sounds, the music. So, and she said, if I listen, will my mouth be filled with fire? Um, you know, who has the mouth full of fire? These are the dragons. They are the dragons, magical dragons. Um, but instead of breathing normally, they are breathing fire. Um, and she then asked the question, will I laugh or will I cry? So because I don't have the seeing, I only have the listening. I can listen, and so whatever I want to say will be very powerful. It will be like a fire, and I don't know if these feelings which are going out there through what I'm saying will make me cry or will make me laugh, because she will then, going through this earth, will identify with the entire world, and then you will see in the following verse.
This time I'll become everyone, and the world will wonder why.
So she said, this time I will become everyone, and the world will wonder why. That's a tough lyric for me, because I interpret that um, sometimes she is talking about her being unique, but on the same time she is being one with the world and with the universe. And the moment she is penetrating the earth and become this motion sound, then this music, she is she has been transformed into, also is penetrating all of us who are living on this earth. So actually, the music and the light um, are inside all of us, and then we'll wonder why we have this music inside us and this light inside us, because uh, when we are listening to the music, we are also become one. All of us are in the same place of love, she was mentioning.
I feel tired looking out the window, watching me dance on the moon. I feel tired looking out the window, watching me dance on the moon.
So again, going back to the fact that she is transitioning, like in all her songs, between the two worlds, this world and the world in which she is timeless. Even all of us, while living here on this earth, uh, if we are in this body, but listening the voice, we can feel time, and we can see ourselves dancing on the moon. That's the timeless state in which she's all her life is usually on that moon dancing. That's her timeless place to be. and now she has been brought, but with voice on this earth. And now I will move to the Exist for Love session you have recommended. And so I will let her saying directly to us what she wants to say.
I'm an angel. I'm at night when nobody enters my room. I feel time. I can feel time. Again, I just want to thank people for being here, and thank you for enjoying the music. I know that the music is enjoying the people, and I love you all.
So she's telling, well, that Exist for Love session were recorded during COVID. And she was very, very touched by the fact that she can communicate with the whole world only through indirect recorded music. So she, in all the sessions she has done during that period, she tried to communicate with the public about the fact that she is very happy, even if we are not in a real, in the same room with her, we can still enjoy the music she is singing. And here she said, I hope you enjoy music because music is enjoying you. So she is again referring to this, the fact that music is beyond us. So she's just transmitting this music towards us. But music is much bigger than she is. So the other lyric, which is in a way interesting for us, is the fact that she says, I'm an angel, I'm an atom when nobody enters my room. So it's about the roles we are playing in our lives. Most of the time, there is someone in our room, and we need to be there for them as they know us, to be able to see us in our bodily form. But we are eternal. And so she said, I'm an angel, I'm an atom. In my normal state, when nobody else is around me, that's my eternal being. So the one dancing on the moon is actually an angel, an eternal being, is an atom penetrating the earth. But again, when somebody enters the rooms I'm in, I'm not that, because you can't see me like that. You need to see me as a human being. So that's the interpretation of Dance on the Moon. And then we will transition on cover she has done on Nick Drake. And she has presented the Pink Moon.
I saw it written, I saw it say, pink moon. a pink moon.
Um, this is quite short verse, and she's um, on this cover of Pink Moon. She is having this ethereal music leading us, and the lyrics are like, uh, saw it written and I saw it say, Pink Moon, it's on its way. And none of you stand so tall, Pink Moon gonna get you all. And that's the kind of um, uh, feeling I want you to have while transitioning towards the next song of her. So while Pink Moon is gonna get you all, I want you to introduce to the image you can see on my background. I have dig on internet trying to find it because the initial uh, picture which was in my mind, that is a picture from a fairy tale book, one of the first fairy tales book I have read when I was little, and it's a fairy tale in which Prince Charming is going through a lot of adventures. But that was the first time I was introduced to the symbolism of the moon, and actually the picture you can see on my back was striking me for many years. The fairy tale has a lot of very wonderful illustration, and you can see Prince Charming sleeping. And I will read for you. I have translated in English the original version of the fairy tale, and so I will read this scene. Prince Charming let go of the horse, then lay down on the clock he had spread. He fell asleep. Nevertheless, it seemed to him that he had not fallen asleep. The scales on the light of his eye had reddened like fire, and through it he seemed to see the moon descending slowly, growing towards the earth, until it seemed like a holy and silver city, suspended from the sky, trembling brightly, with tall palaces, white, with thousands of rosy windows, and from the moon descended to earth a royal road, covered with silver dust and beaten with ray dust. Again from the vast deserts, tall skeletons rose from the sand, with dry ends of bones wrapped in long white mantles, rarely woven from silver threads, so that through the mantles the bones whitened by dryness could be seen. On their foreheads there were crowns made of rays and long golden thorns, and mounted on skeleton horses they walked slowly in long lines, moving streaks of silvery shadows, and up the road of the moon, and lost themselves in the marble palace of the fortress on the moon. Through those windows a lunar music could be heard, a dream music. Then it seemed to him that the girl next to him was also slowly rising, that her body was dissipating in the air, the only the bones remained, that, flooded by a silver mantle, she too was taking the luminous path that led to the moon. She was going to the turbulent kingdom of shadows from where she had come to earth, lured by the spells of the old witch. And that is a fragment of the fairy tale I have read when I was little, and that was the first time in which the moon was presented like a place of shadow and the place in which all the souls are going after their earthly time. And now we move to a little place called the Moon of Aurora, where she is making the same reference on the fact that uh, we will all go to the moon. So because she said,
I can see it in my mind. I can see them get in line, like a dream about a bloom. We are going to the moon.
so um, again, her being a goddess, being able to see the permanence and impermanence of life. She said, I can see it in my mind. I can see them get in line. So if you remember what I have presented you, the line, and you see in the picture behind me this line of shadows of the souls going towards the moon after their bodies are mm, not there anymore. So we are actually going to the moon. There are two versions of the lyrics, one in which they say that she is saying like a dream about the blue, and other version of the lyrics say like a dream about to bloom, we are going to the moon. Well, both versions are correct. I assume the blue is also a dream about the blue, but also I think the form of the lyrics they have taken out from her song is much more accurate on saying like a dream about to bloom. We are going to the moon because we are like our lives uh, is like this flower, um, and who is ready to bloom, and but the end of our road will be on the moon where we can all dance together with Aurora. So that's my interpretation of uh, of Pink Moon, a little place called the Moon and Dance in on the Moon of Aurora. And today I'm wearing the glasses because I can't read very well without them. And so I hope you have enjoyed this video. Uh, I already have in my mind a couple of other clips I want to talk about. And I definitely will do um, a, a specific session on toxic relationship and violence in our lives. And the songs in which Aurora is sharing with us the transformation through which souls are going while living in a life of fear and violence. Okay, so that's it for today, and hope you enjoy it and have a good new year. Today being January 1st, 2024.